Today, we are doing a walkthrough of Agrabah in Kingdom Hearts 1.5. Proud mode, final mix. So many words to always say. Okay, right when you land, you're going to have a couple enemies. It's pretty easy to take these boys out with some well-placed blizzards, but they are relatively tough. This is actually a really good planet to grind on. So the reason we're taking everything out here instead of just running forward is we want to grab some chests. But if you do want to just, you know, get out of here, you can. You can skip to Aladin's house in the video, if I put a timestamp like that. So we got our first chest over here. It's going to give us a mega potion. And then there's a mega ether up on the ledge that we're also going to get. Awesome. And then we're going to head into the storeroom to get a mega potion and an AP up. Oh, the AP up we can't get yet. Oh my god. There we go. Give us that money. Okay. Here's our mega potion. And then there's an AP up there that we can't get until we get Green Trinity later. Okay, so if you don't want to come in here for the Mega Potion, you could just head straight to Aladin's house, and we're going to free the magic carpet. So in the main street, there is another item we can get up on a ledge. It's another Mega Ether. But if you don't want to fight everything, you can just jump up here to the right. So just immediately jump up right, come up here to this pole, and you can see that Mega Ether's right over there if you want to grab it right now. And then we will just climb up this pole to Aladin's house. Okay. The reason we came to Aladin's house first is to free the carpet. Inside of Aladin's house, we just got a Scissor G. So we're going to free carpet, and he's going to fly off to the desert. And it's going to say like, oh, he flew off to the desert, but let's explore the city more. That's just the game's way of telling you to find Jasmine if you haven't yet. Mega Elixir, that's a great item that we are probably not going to use until way later in the game. No point in wasting it. So now, if you want to find Jasmine, when you come to Main Street, you just come in, and you're going to turn left instead of jumping right. We're going to go into the alleyway, and that's going to trigger the next cutscene with Jasmine and Jafar. They got these couple little enemies here. It looks like lightning was actually bouncing off of them, but I couldn't be sure. Okay, there are some items in this room upstairs, but we're going to come through the top side of this when we get back. So we're not going to do that right now. We're just going to head back out to Main Street. In Main Street, we're going to go right, and we're going to head back to the plaza where we started. And because I'm low on mana, I got a little bit less mana, I'm just going to hit this save point to get my mana back. And then we're going to head out into the desert. In the desert, we are going to find Carpet. And he is going to be asking us to get on him. Oh, there's a save point out here. My bad. I could have healed up here. I'm going to save just in case there crashes. You guys, if you've been watching this, you know how much I love saving in this game. Okay. We're going to jump on Carpet. All aboard. Out here, Aladin's falling into sand, and our job is to kill these enemies. And you can see I have plenty of magic saved up. You know, I just used like 4 deep freezes or blizzards, and I'm still good to go. No matter what you do to these guys, it's not necessarily easy to take them out. That flying move you just saw right there is definitely the hardest move to counter in their arsenal. I'm going to go ahead and throw... There we go. I was going to say I was going to put that on myself. Okay. This guy doesn't have his sword right now. You can tell because the purple means that they threw their sword, and that's a pretty good chance to hit them, but you gotta be aware that their sword is flying around. And just be careful with them. Dodge roll. If you have the guard ability because you went sword and shield, or you maybe went a different, if you went leveling quicker early, you might have guard already, even if you picked wand. So you actually do want Aladin in your party. It's not often that I'll take a Disney character into our party, but we're going to need Aladin in our party for later. So now's a pretty good time to just get him in your party and call it a day. So you'll need him in your party for when you get into the Cave of Wonders. And some people might say, why don't I get rid of Donald and keep Goofy? Because Goofy has better attack. And it is because I built Donald where he is pretty good at support. You can see he's already put Arrow on me. And, you know, he will heal me when he's low on health. And that's all based on the settings that I put on him in episode 2 of this walkthrough. A lot of people hate on Donald for being bad at healing, but he is not that bad if you just put the right settings on him. He's not great by any stretch of the imagination, but the biggest thing is, like, he'll put Arrow on me without me asking, and or without me putting it on myself, and that's really what I like to see. Okay, we're putting Arrow there. We're gonna put Blizzard there. Okay, cool. Now my magic's kind of a little bit more how I'm used to. Oh no. That was the Hurricane ability. So that was the Hurricane combo finisher, which is a really good combo finisher. I got that at the end of the last episode when we were in the Fill Cup. I got it. I got it from leveling up, not from the Fill Cup itself. By picking the wand, that's the earliest you can actually get the that finisher. But it's just a really solid air finisher. And it's that spin move right there that he does. And, oh man, for a second there, I was like, did I break all the chests to get up there? Okay, so up here, we have a chest that is going to have a Mega Potion. Gotta look at my notes. So here's a keyhole. You gotta press this keyhole. And now, you gotta jump across these roofs. This is really simple. Just right when you hit the roof, jump again. Don't even stay for half a second. Just jump right when you land. Just jump. You'll jump far enough to make it. Don't worry about that. And then you're across. And now we will head into the main street again, but up top. So this was our goal, was to get back to the main street. And where we actually want to be is right down there. But before... Okay. Before we do that, I'm going to come over here and I'm going to grab this chest. And then also, just for fun, I'm going to go into the bazaar and see if I can trigger the XP farm that we'll be doing here. Okay, so you can go in and out of this door. So in this room, these guys appear. And these guys can be tough to beat if you're low level. Like, they basically poison you. Anytime they squat down like that, they shoot out AoE poison. And then anytime they turn white, they become invincible. So you won't be able to do any damage to them when they're white, magic or otherwise. So you just hit them, and then you just wait for them to turn white again, or black again. And these things give you a lot of XP per kill, 96 XP per kill. So per kill you get on them, you can get basically 400 XP, a little bit less. I'm not a math genius, sue me. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. So I'll show you how to unlock the stuff in this room. We've got to jump across these just like we did in the alleyway. This room is called the Bazaar. So the Bazaar is the room you're looking for, and I'll show you how to reset this room too. So when you jump across, you got to Thunder a G, Gummy Block, and then we're going to jump across one more time. We got one more chest, and then we have a keyhole to open up, so we got a fire ring out of that. I'm probably going to look at that for putting on myself or Donald. Okay, so now that we unlocked this keyhole, we basically unlocked a second pathway into the palace. But before we head into the palace, I'm going to quickly show you how to reset the room to do an XP farm. So this is the next part of the story. We're in Aladin's house. And something about a keyhole. Oh my god, what's a keyhole? Just go ahead and save here after you get a successful XP farm. And you have 3 holes to drop out of. You have this, or actually you have 4. You can turn around and go this way. But in the area, if you look towards the 3 holes, to the right, you'll fall all the way down on the ground. In the middle, you'll fall all the way down on the ground. And this one, you'll actually be up on a ledge. So you want to fall into the left hole. And then you're just going to circle around. And there's the bazaar entrance right there. It's the lower entrance. So we just opened that entrance. And we needed to open that entrance because now the main street to the palace is actually blocked. So that's how we get to the palace now. So we jump across back to the bazaar and we go inside. If we come in here and our command prompt is blue, we leave. That means that regular Heartless are going to spawn in there. We want to try to come in here and make the command prompt red when we first enter. You want to try that 4 times. If it doesn't happen for 4 times, do a soft reset to your last save, or just go back into Aladin's house and reset. So here, we got it in 2-3 tries. I think 3. We got 1 down already. And we get 2 more, or 1 more. And that finishing I'm doing right there is called a ripple drive. If you've been watching me, you know what it is. And did we just get a mystery goo? This is also a mystery goo farm. So that's nice.
Deep freeze. See ya. Deep freeze. Deep freeze. Deep freeze.
Oh, he's dead. Okay, cool. So that is how you reset this XP farm. I will be getting some XP in here at some point. This blue Trinity, put Goofy back on your team and get it. You got to get all the Trinities in the game, but it's gonna, if you want the achievement, but it's gonna give you a Mega Ether. And then to reset again, we're just gonna jump down, go straight to Aladin's house, and head back up. Hit the save to reset all of our magic. And we're also doing a save here every time we get a successful run, so we can do a soft reset of our game, so we can get back in there. Okay, this time we're actually not going to be heading in to get more XP. We're going to head to the boss fight. So right here, you're just going to jump across, and you're going to head into the palace gates. So this is the top entrance to the palace gates right here. And here you're going to see another cutscene with Jasmine and Jafar. Pot Centipede's a bit annoying, but he's not hard. His head is where you want to focus, and you just want to avoid that ability. Get right behind his head, and you want to get a combo finisher off. So if you take off combo plus, you might actually be able to. And magic's very effective here too. So basically what I'm doing here is I'm trying to get between the head and the tail. I don't want to be behind the tail. And I'm just trying to get some hits off on the head from behind. You can see even on proud mode, I'm lower level than I've ever been on this fight, because I normally do an XP farm at that XP farm we were just at. But you just get tucked into these pots behind his head. And it's really just wailing on the head. Get out of the front of the face whenever you see that happening. And don't forget that you have potions. That was a really messy Pot Centipede fight, but it wasn't difficult at all. You saw I had arrow on the most of the time. Okay, so after we beat the Pot Centipede, we're gonna head back out to the desert. And in the desert, we're going to fly directly to the Cave of Wonders. In this fight against the Cave of Wonders, I'm going to be focusing a lot on just using my arrow. So I'm going to keep my arrow on me the whole time. I like to get on top of his head from the side and back. It can be a little bit difficult. You have to kind of wait for him to bend his head down and stuff. But he also shoots these little lightning bolts out, which you can deflect back to him. If you have wind, it'll hurt you, but it'll hurt less. So now we're gonna head, once he digs into the ground, we're gonna head to his face. And what he's doing right now is he's like chewing the ground to get heartless. Come on. It's targeting the wrong eye. So I finally fell off the head, but that's okay. You can see there are a lot of enemies coming up, and that's actually really bad for me.
Heal.
Hang on.
But I'm just gonna use Aladin and Donald to take care of them. Now I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna target them, and then press triangle to make Aladin and Donald take care of them. I just realized I'm out of magic. I am just gonna try to wail on these. Oh my gosh. So right there what happened was this little jerk over here threw his sword and knocked me off of the head. So I would have been able to finish this, but now I will not be able to until he comes down again. Okay, so he's down again. Okay, I'm just gonna wait a second till he comes back up. No! Throw some wind back on, and now I'm gonna get hurt here, but I'm just gonna... Okay, perfect. So I knew I was gonna get hurt there, but I just stayed on top of his head and hit him in the eyeball. That was sloppy, it was messy, but it's done. So it's not the end of the world. So we're gonna head into the Cave of Wonders. The first area in the Cave of Wonders is called the entrance.
Heal.
You'll see that there is actually a white trinity.
Come on.
Ooh, fun. So, okay. In the entrance room, there is a box we're gonna get.
Come on.
But the first thing we're gonna do is take out the enemies. There is a white trinity here to the left. We can't get that yet. We haven't unlocked white trinity. So right there, that's exactly the attack I was just talking about, where he looks away from you if you're moving, and then he faces you right at the last second to shoot the fireball at you. Or shoot the flamethrower.
Come on.
And it's a pretty easy attack to avoid unless you're in these like tight quarters. It can get a little bit hard to kind of see what's going on. And that's totally fine. So the only reason we're killing this stuff is to get the chest, and I totally biffed it. And now we should have fallen into the relic chamber. So inside of the relic chamber, we're going to grab this chest first. And we're going to head back up to the entrance room. But before we do that, we are going to use Aladin to hit that. So, normally I would continue on right here, and I'd go up those stairs, but actually I want to go back upstairs, and I want to finish off the couple enemies we haven't killed just to get that chest. So there are basically only 6 rooms. Six rooms you have to worry about in this confusing part of the Aladin setup. Yay. The only reason this is going to take a little bit, like, you can fly through this in a couple minutes. If you watch this whole thing, see the path, and then just do it. The only reason it's going to take longer is so we can get the chests and stuff. So now we are going to head back down to the relic chamber, which you can get to from falling down any of the holes, not just this small one. And we are going to go over to the stairs that we just made. And there's some items over here that we can get. And this is why you need Aladin on your team. So you can summon, so you can use Abu to get the gems. So there are some trinities in here we need Goofy for, but we'll come back and grab those. So we'll use Abu again to touch this gem. And we will grab another chest. Tech chain, cool. Torn page, so that's our first torn page. And we finally have a save point over here, which is great. You could grab Goofy here if you wanted to go and get the Trinities, the blue ones, and the red one at the end. but we're going to do that later. Okay, so from here, we're going to head upstairs. And so this is this underneath the second room. So the second room is called the hall. So you have the entrance and then the hall. So in the hallway, we have a couple more chests we want to get. And there's also an area, a secret area we're going to go to. I say secret, it's not a secret. Okay, so first things first, this is the hall. So if you were going to come from the entrance room, the other exit in the entrance room would bring you right here. And we're just immediately going to turn right, and we're going to jump on top of this little water spraying thing. And we're going to go to these stairs, and I almost missed that, I fell. And at the end of these stairs is a chest we're going to push down. Fantastic. Going to grab our Mega Potion, and then we're just going to head back into the hall. And I'm going to gather the items in the hall. So I just went down into the silent chamber on accident. That's fine. Cool. While we're here, we might as well... Okay. This is how you complete Aladin, the Aladin room. All you have to do is come to the silent chamber, go to the left here. There's a hidden room. And then there is those pillars right there. And you can use magic, or you can do an air combo. Or just a hit. That'll fall. And that triggers the opening that you need to get through to get to Jafar. So that's literally, if you just come do that one thing in the silent chamber, go from the entrance to the hall, drop down, turn around in the silent chamber, come hit this pillar, and then go back upstairs and run all the way to the end where you get to the treasure room, you're at the boss. You're done. You're done with Agrabah. Like, you don't have to do any of this other stuff. You don't have to get any of these chests or anything. You can always come back later when you have more mobility. This is a little room that you have to use that for, but we're not to the point where we can get that yet. Basically, you're going to need one of two things to get that. You're either going to need Yellow Trinity, and Yellow Trinity will enable you to have a rock here where you can jump up there, or you need... high jump, right? And you also have to open that door right there, which we're gonna do. Okay, cool. So at this point, we have a couple chests left upstairs, and we have a couple of things left down here we can do. There's not much. So we are now, we're still in the silent chamber. All we did was we came to this waterfall, and we went down it, right? So there's where we started in silent chamber. You just come to this waterfall right in front of it and go down it. Why did they add waterfalls going up and down? I don't know. I think they did it to confuse people. So, that opens the door where you need high jump or Yellow Trinity to come back to. Now we're going to head into the relic chamber again. From the relic chamber, we're going to head to the dark chamber. But first, that crate we pushed down landed right here. And so now we can jump over there and we can get this chest. Cool. So now we have all the chests in this room. Now we're going to head back to the dark chamber. We're going to hit the save point, and then we're going to head back upstairs, and we're going to finish up Agrabah very, very quickly. Okay, so if you remember correctly, this is the hall, and the hall is the second room in this. So we started off in the entrance room, and now we're in the hall. This is the Yellow Trinity you need to use if you want to get that item. And this is the chest we want to get. There are two chests we want to get here. Okay, anytime you see those things about to light up, just get out of the way. It's not a big deal if you fall. Just come right back up. This is only difficult because these guys are annoying as fuck. Like, and I'm only forcing myself to stay in this corner so I don't fall. Okay. We'll get our first chest. An elixir, and then there's the second chest we want to get right behind us. Remember, you can use the jump and then attack to get over here. Mithril, okay. Now we're going to drop down in the hall, and the final room we're going to go into is the bottomless hall. The bottomless hall is going to have a couple more chests we can get. Maybe just one.
Come on.
So we just saw Donald use gravity magic for the first time. Gravity magic is... it's bad. It basically, it reduces the enemy health by 1. Or sorry, by half. But, like, it doesn't work on, I don't think, any bosses. Obviously. And then it doesn't... so there was just a cottage in here, but we want our chest anyway. We're done here, so we're going to head into the treasure room. Inside the treasure room, if you came here before doing everything I just did, this wouldn't be open. And it would actually be enemies in this room, okay? But since we've already done it, we don't have enemies, we have our save point, and we triggered this fixing itself by hitting that pillar that fell down, right? So I'm gonna put Goofy back on my team, and the reason I'm gonna do that is to get that Red Trinity right there. Some people would suggest you leave Aladin on your team. I have never wanted to have anybody on my team except Donald and Goofy. They're my teammates that I use. Like, this is, you know, that's it, you know? I've never felt a need to get rid of them. We had to have Abu on our team to hit this. That's gonna trigger a chest. Or, sorry, it's gonna trigger us to fly up here and get a chest. You can also just jump up here if you want to. You don't have to do all that. We got some more Dalmatians up here. Okay. So there's 2 more chests in this room. And how we get this one's pretty simple. We just jump up here. And then we can jump up here and then jump over there to get the other chest. And then same thing with this right here. We get Abu to use this. And this shoots us up, and we get the last chest in the room. Cool. Just for fun, I'll leave Aladin on my team because so many people recommend it. But we just got quite a few new items. So first off, we got some defense up. We got a defense up, so we're going to use that right away on Sora. We have an AP up, but I haven't had a need for an AP up yet, so I'm going to hold on to that. I'm going to stock up on my potions. And I'm going to have 3 potions and 1 ether. And just checking abilities kind of quickly. I don't want to use Sonic Blade, but I do want... I've got Air Combo Plus and MP Haste. So I've got to use that AP booster and get that MP Haste. I really want that Air Combo Plus too, but I can live without it. Donald's got MP Rage finally. Fantastic. I'm going to take off Jackpot, which just give more MP balls and HP balls, and put on Critical Plus. Okay, now we also got a couple new items. So we got Ray of Light, which I want to put on because it boosts my magic. And then we also got a Fire Go Ring. Reducing the fire damage might be good here because you have a lot of fire damage in this fight. So this is tough. Either way, I'm losing some defense. In this case, I'm losing 2 defense, but I'm keeping an AP and a strength. So I'm going to go with this. I really want that extra MP because I want that MP to make my magic stronger because I very much enjoy the magic. And then we can check out Donald and see if he has any upgrades here. Okay, so that looks like a pretty flat upgrade for Donald. And you can take this stuff off of him later. If you want to take his stuff, that's fine. Or if you never use him, just take it off of him. Okay. Gonna hit the save point right before we go into this last boss. Well, technically it's a 2-phase boss. And you will have like a little section between where you can breathe, but okay. This is our boy Jafar. I'm gonna go ahead and skip this cutscene. You can watch it on your own. The Jafar fight is really simple. Ignore Genie, and Jafar just... Ooh, that hit hard. That 2 defense. So anyways, Jafar just talks a lot of smack and then runs away. So chasing Jafar is like an act in futility. So it's gonna tell you to get out of the way, whatever. Like Genie's gonna tell you what he's doing. So you're gonna chase Jafar, and then he's immediately just gonna leave. Yeah, exactly. Then he's gonna run across the room, but sometimes he runs across the room, and then he goes right back where he ran from. So it can be a bit annoying to get all the way over here, and then he, you know, goes to where you just came from. So don't always trust where he's gonna go. I've literally never had Genie actually hit me. Watch, he's gonna hit me now. So Jafar's gonna appear here. He's probably gonna go right around to the other side of the room, right when I jump up here, yep. And then I'm gonna go to the other side of the room, and he's gonna zoom back across. Okay, he did it this time. Okay. The only reason I'm not using my magic on him is because I want to save it for defense right now, and he is not a tough boss to beat. He's not a tough boss to beat, so it's like I don't want to waste... Oh. And now he'll go to the other side of the room, and then he might halfway through come back. Okay, he's gone. And he ran to the other side of the room, and then I'm gonna run over there. And he might run back across. There he goes. Oh, and then he came back, so he's trying to trick me. Oh, he didn't come back. I'm just apparently blind. Okay, here we go. This should be it. Yeah, there we go. Okay. He flew right to me and killed himself. I've never had that happen before. So awesome. And we are going to head into the final boss fight, which is the easiest boss fight in my opinion. So if you've used any of your items, make sure to fix them up here. You're going to go look at Jasmine. She's all knocked out. He makes his final wish. I think we all know what that is from the movie. But if you don't, you'll be surprised. Okay, so right here, just for fun, I'm gonna pop a potion. I'm gonna pop an ether so I have a little bit more magic in there. And then I'm gonna replenish those items. Okay, cool. We're missing one ether, who cares? Okay, we're gonna drop down here, and basically this fight, the giant Genie Jafar is the one attacking you, and then Iago's the one you have to attack. Some people call this like a Jenga boss, but basically Iago's just kind of flying around, and he's gonna fly back and forth, and then Jafar is gonna throw these giant fireballs at us. And you can see it kind of just bounced off of my arrow. It did damage, but like not much. So you're just gonna focus on Iago, try to dodge Jafar's attacks. So if you want to, like right here, he's gonna throw it where I was standing, so it's just gonna fall and hit the Iago. Okay. So some people chase Iago all over. I actually don't think that's really necessary. So dodge whenever you hear that, just for fun. So right here, like Iago is flying off over there, and you can spend a million years dodging him, or you can just stay here in the middle and wait for him to come back. Just spend your time dodging Jafar's nonsense, horrible attacks. See, like I could try to jump all over there and get over there and chase him down and hit him some more, but like, you don't need to. If you were speed running, yeah, sure, like do whatever you need to beat this quick. Oh, he got stunned over here, so now I am going over here.
Come on. Ha, ha.
Yeah, like right here, can't even hit him. So I'm just gonna run back to the middle.
Wind.
Just keep my wind on me.
Come on.
And then, like, you know, dodge Jafar's attacks, do your thing. We both did it. Like, you can see Jafar's, like, not even a threat. Like, I'm not even trying to avoid Jafar, and he is doing horribly. Okay, so I'm not gonna chase him. I'm just gonna stay over here and wait for him to come back.
Come on.
Gonna head back to the middle again.
Fence.
I fell, so Iago kind of got away. Just gonna do one combo on him. I guess I'll jump up here and try to hit him again. Now I'm just gonna head back to the middle. And again, I could be using magic here, but like this is really one of the easiest fights in the game. And then you're in this ridiculous mini game that makes no sense whatsoever. You're just leaving. Okay. I like the fact that they put all this stuff in the game. It's like Deep Jungle with the Vines game, where you can swing from vine to vine. Like, you don't get any rewards for it. There's a nonsense timer on it, you know, whatever. But it's nice because, like, in the movie, you know, Tarzan swung from vine, so it's cool. And then, you know, in the movie, Aladdin rode the carpet out of the Cave of Wonders and avoided near death and fire and all that stuff. So it's neat they put it in here, but it's still. It's not dangerous. Well, you know, I say it's not dangerous and then I get messed up. Look at how much health I'm down. I better start paying attention. Anyways, it's pretty simple. Dodge the things, don't get hit by falling stuff, and don't get hit from fire spraying up out of the ground. So you'll watch a couple more cutscenes, and we just gained the ability to summon Jafini. Oh, God, not Jafini. Genie, I said Jafini. Jafar and Genie mixed together, Jafini. Okay, I did not mean to say that. I've never even said that in my life. I don't think. But anyways, that is the end of Agrabah. So this is actually unlocking the synthesis shop. So I'm going to do it right at the end of this video instead of at the beginning of the next video. The next video we are going to Monstro, one of my favorite worlds in the sense of like, it's just this dreaded world, but there's actually a really simple solution to it that like most people don't know about, and it's super fun to like explain that to people. And when I found out about it, my mind was blown. I mean, it's mind-blowing. And there might be some people that are like, oh yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. So anyways, you come into the synthesis shop, and now you have the green Trinity, which is the Trinity ladder. And we're going to use it right here. And hey, here's Pinocchio. Oh, a couple videos ago, I said that Pinocchio would be here hiding. I guess Pinocchio here is hiding after we beat the alarm. Or after we beat the boss here, and then we come back.
Well, as I live and breathe.
We're going to watch this full cutscene, because this is a cutscene not everybody gets to see.
Oh, hi, Jiminy.
What in the world are you doing down here?
Playing hide and seek.
Huh, I just don't believe it. And here I was, up all night just worried sick about you. Why, of all the Pinocchio?
This is where you meet Pinocchio, and this is pretty important because like when you get to Monstro, you act like you already know Pinocchio, but if you didn't see this cutscene, you wouldn't actually have any idea that Pinocchio, like why your character Sora, Donald, and Goofy know Pinocchio. Like, so I guess they want you to come back here and unlock Synthesis so you can see this cutscene before you go to Monstro. But I think a lot of people not knowing exactly what they meant by, oh, go until the Green Trinity. Like, obviously, that's pretty simple, but why it's so significant would do it before Monstro. Because you can just fly straight to Monstro. Okay, so he's looking for Geppetto. Which, you know where Geppetto is. So, now we have unlocked Synthesis. You can head upstairs, talk to this Moogle on the far left. Oh, never mind. You gotta talk to this boy first. Okay, let's grab these two chests. They have Synthesis materials. And then you can come in here and you can synthesize items. I'm not going to synthesize anything right now because I'm going to make a video about synthesis. Okay, well, thank you for watching. And in the next video, we're going to tackle Monstro.